My si nyní poslechneme, jaké je to létat s družicemi a pozvu na pódium pana Nikola Strah, který přijde i s družicí, kterou vám představí a věřím, že vydržíte ještě 4 hodinku, oběd na vás určitě zbyde. A já jenom řeknu, že při odchodu, kdyby někdo si chtěl zahrát takovou hru a odpovědět nám na otázku, co je to, co si myslíte, že je imagery, i když jste dostali odpověď na začátku, tak tamhle takový stoleček s takovou možností odpovědi na papírek. Není to survey 1, 2, 3, je to survey 012, není to žádný QR kód do telefonu, je to jenom papírek. A já už dávám slovo kolegovi Nikola Strah z Planet Labs.
Thank you, Inka. Dobrý den, hello. Unfortunately, I don't speak Czech, so I will hold a talk in English. And I'm also today here alone because my colleague who should be here with me is unfortunately at home sick with COVID. But nevertheless, I'm very happy to be here to greet you all and to give you maybe even some kind of inspiration based on our data and what it means to kind of have this daily overview of the Earth. So what I want to talk about is being resilient, managing risks, managing sustainability. These are big topics that are currently important for all of us. So I will show a couple of examples. I will tell you what Planet is about. I will also show something about ARCIS, and thank you to Inka, who also showed our imagery with ARCIS. And I will also talk something about the next steps and the future. So the main idea that our company is kind of following is that you really can't fix what you can't see. So if you want to be adaptable, if you want to be resilient, you need to kind of see what is happening out there. And satellite imagery is something which can help. So let's start with unfortunately very tragic events in the neighborhood. So this is the picture of the airbase in the Ukraine, Kherson, on the 28th of February, imaged in high resolution, so 50 centimeters per pixel. And this is an image on the 15th of March. So, of course, you are immediately informed about what is the extent of that damage in that airbase. On the day after that, on the 16th of March, you can then actually see what happened and immediately be informed about these events. So obviously this is something very important and very interesting for defense, intelligence and security community. But also there are other examples, and one of them is the tornado in Czechia last year on the 24th of June. And this is a comparison of 2 images. One of them on the 20th of June, so 4 days before the natural event, and then 3 days after it. And you can see change. So you can monitor, you can actually detect that change, and you can use that change to document impact on the environment, or, for example, if you have a customer from the insurance community, maybe assess damage and maybe calculate the risk later. And even combined with any other layers, for example. Also, one of the natural catastrophes that I want to show you is from Poland, from 2020. So this is an image of a region in Poland in the Biebrza National Park on the 8th of April. On the 19th of April, a fire happened. So this is a planetscope, meaning 3 meters per pixel image. On the 22nd of April, meaning 3 days after the fire, showing also a big extent of that natural event. This actually then helps to even go for a high resolution image. So our customers and our users, like also Inka showed, use the combination of medium resolution, 3 meters per pixel, and high resolution, 0.5 meter per pixel to kind of see the details. And this is where you see much more details in this high resolution image. Also another region, another area, also on the same day, 23rd of April. So you can actually compare these two images, before and after, and you can see what's the burned area, you can assess the damage, you can do something with the claims, for example, in insurance, or just monitor for environmental purposes. So we see it as a trend of many big trends coming towards us. The first one is the digital transformation. So everything is becoming digital, meaning also more efficient in most cases. But on the other side, there is also sustainability, which is impacting every company, every government, every regional or local authority, every community. And if we combine this with, for example, AI algorithms, so to say with the engine, we can do something with that fuel, with the data coming from satellite imagery, for example. And also the sustainability topic is something where the satellite imagery can help. So actually we are involved in many sustainability projects all across the world. And we also work on different products in that area. And out of these 17 sustainable development goals defined by the United Nations, 14 of them can be actually assessed with Earth imaging. So for example, no poverty or no hunger is something where you can use the imagery to assess crop yield, to do yield forecasting, or to assess drought, for example. Also other goals is something where imagery can help, like security, peace, justice, and strong institutions, or economic growth. So helping, for example, for sustainable chains, sustainable supply chains to be developed and sustained. So the point is, or the main kind of driver behind it is that we provide the images daily. And we want to make that change happening on the Earth really visible, accessible, and actionable, meaning you see the image, but you are also able to develop some insights and knowledge from that image to be able to create action, so to say. So how do we do it? So this is one of the satellites. This is not the model. This is the real satellite. So this is the size. It's really a shoebox size. There is no camera, there is no electronics, of course, but everything else, so the housing is real. And we have around 180 to 200 satellites in the orbit, and we are able to monitor the Earth daily. So we can fly over almost whole Earth every day and deliver those images to you. Those images are delivered in 8 bands. So if you're free afterwards, you can also visit the booth. There is a booth across the hall. You can also take a picture if you want. You can touch the satellite. But it's very amazing that this is such a small piece of technology. So there are 180 to 200 satellites delivering daily images at 3-meter resolution per pixel in 8 bands from coastal blue to near infrared. And there is also a big archive dating back to 2014, meaning that you have also very deep historical insights. There is also another satellite fleet with a bit bigger satellites, a fridge, like a fridge, so it's not something that I can bring very easily. But there are 21 of them. They don't fly daily, so they are a tasking constellation, but they offer high resolution, so 0.5 meter, but 4 bands, also red, green, blue, and near infrared, and also with the archive. And one of the biggest benefits of our users, or for our users, is kind of the comparison of the cadence. So Many of you know about Sentinel satellites, and the Sentinel data are very useful. But sometimes there are situations where you need more data. So this is a comparison for the area over Poland with Sentinel-2, and the same area with PlanetScope. Depending, of course, on the cloud coverage, you won't maybe have the data every day, but you will have the data every second day or every third day, meaning that you are really able to act quickly or more quickly in comparison. I want to show you one more example regarding the forest vitality. This is something that one of our partners is delivering for the Forest Authority in Brandenburg in Germany. So when we look at the image of the forest, this false color image shows the strong vitality of the forest. This is early spring 2018. But now if you monitor the forest vitality through the month, you see some kind of, well, infestation. So these are early signs of bark beetle infestation. And the satellite imagery and the insights developed on that can help to kind of detect those diseases or also some other kinds of damages to the forests. So when we come to the image from early spring 2019, then we see there are some areas where we need inspection, we need to send some people there, we need to kind of maybe cut trees, and this actually enables more efficient action regarding the bark beetle infestation and combating that disease. Also, one more example from Austria. So this is a picture of the small location, small village Treffen in Austria on the 28th of June. On the 29th of June, there was a flash flood. So you can get then an image a day after the event on the 30th of June, and you can see the damage, you can assess what happened there, and use those images for your purposes for any kind of environmental assessment or damage assessment. There are also some other products or other areas where we are active. We also offer or develop data and insights based on passive microwave data. So not just optical, but also passive microwave data. And these are just 3 products that we have. The soil water content, telling you also about the water content in the ground and also in the plants, which you cannot really assess with rainfall alone. The land surface temperature and the vegetation water content. And you can use that soil water content, for example, to assess drought. So this is an image from 2022 over Hungary, and dark red areas actually show you where the soil is very dry. So this is used for environmental planning and monitoring, but also, for example, for insurance. And also, if you take just one area from Hungary and compare it with some kind of historical average, you will see, well, so the picture above, there is not much deviation. But if you look only at that year, 2020, 2021, 2022, you will see a lot of deviation. So the red one, the red line showing the soil water content as it is, and the black one showing the historical average. So you will see this summer was very dry, of course, and you can really evaluate that. And this is also one of the maps from last year, so showing actually that last year there were many areas, including Czechia, which were actually too humid, which is also not good. I also want to show you some base maps, so all these images can be combined in cloud-free images, and you can use those images to kind of monitor, for example, whole regions or whole countries. And this is the PlanetScope, so 3-meter resolution base map of Czech Republic. Also the base map based on false colors and normalized difference vegetation index, allowing you to assess what's the quality of the vegetation. And maybe, because I see I run out of time, so I will go to the future of Planet at the end and tell you what's also planned. There is one thing which is, so SuperDoves and SkySats, these are the satellites which are already available, but we plan to launch a Pelican, which will be 30-centimeter resolution satellite fleet next year, and we will be able to monitor the same area 30 times a day. There will be 30 satellites in that fleet. And then there is another fleet constellation called Tanager. That's a bird from South America, which will be able to monitor in hyperspectral areas. So we won't have 8 bands, but we will have 400 bands from blue to infrared. And this is also planned to launch next year. So yeah, look out for it. If you have any question, please feel free to come to the booth. Also, if you scan the QR code, you can get this presentation directly into your inbox. But don't hesitate to come to the booth and also to say hello to the satellite. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Nikola. Tak já vám poděkuji za vaši pozornost. Pokud byste měli další otázky, můžete přijít na stánek Planet Labs a jste zváni na oběd. Pokud byste se báli, že nebo tam se na vás nedostaly další porce, tak když vyjdete z toho sálu, tak to přímo, tam, co jsou ty kulaté vysoké stoly, tak tam se otevírá oběd až nyní, takže určitě na vás porce zbyly a můžete i odpovědět nám nebo mě přímo, co pro vás znamená imagery. Děkuji za pozornost.